All right. Good job, Seth. You didn't hit end meeting.
I
We
know.
just spent 20 minutes trying to figure out what the echo was, and it turns out it was my can going up and down. So let me slam this Red Bull.
There.
It's
done.
All right, we did it. We did it. Red Bull saving the Big Motor Small Blade podcast all these years.
All these years?
All these years, yes. But yeah, okay. My name's Buddy Pulley. That's the Reverend Certified Ass Man. You are Seth, right?
Yep.
All
Just
right.
Seth.
Just Seth, the great Dobowski, small Dobowski.
Yeah, I was about to say.
We have a special guest. If you didn't already see, well, no, you don't see because this is the audio version. It's Paul Fodde, Sir Dick Fuck himself, driver of the '81 Oreo car in the Octon Cup Series.
Yeah, formerly known as Lego NASCAR '88 fan, made great stop motions like the Propane 400. Deleted my old channel because I didn't want a girl that I was talking to at Mizzou to find out that I did stop motion, so I just deleted my whole channel. Never was able to get it back.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Private, dude. Private.
Yeah.
No.
I
think you just found out anyway.
Yeah, what the hell? I mean, you were a Lego NASCAR '88 fan. Like,
yeah.
You don't think you could have covered that up?
Well,
what do you do? Got it tattooed on your ass or something?
No, so it's really funny because one of my best friends, Evan Moore, Speed Zone Films. Yes. I've commentated a few of his races.
Oh, we know.
And people think that I made those videos just because I commentated them. I'm like, what the? It's great. That's great. I wonder what he's doing right now.
We should have called him.
Yeah, no.
That might be something we got to do before the preseason to get both of y'all on here.
Well, maybe an episode with both of us on at the same time after we have a few brewskis, and we'll that'll be the most unfiltered podcast of all time. Holy cow.
After a couple amps,
couple Red Bull amps, whatever. Well,
pour some vodka in the Red Bull and we can go from there.
Oh, don't do that. I did that during Chicago Hollow Weekend. Dressed as Clark Kent.
Paul, you were telling me you drink Ghost, and you look exactly like the type of motherfucker that would drink Ghost.
Yeah, I'm sorry, zero sugar. It's
Wait, is that the reason? Because there's a ton of energy drinks out there.
There's plenty.
Yeah, it's not bad. They also have protein that's Oreo and Chip Ahoy and Nutter Butter flavored. So,
oh, this is a sponsor plug. That's what this is.
This ain't no sponsor plug. I just like Oreos that much.
Man, I got a funny story about Ghost. So I had a supervisor at Domino's, and he drank Ghost, and I was like, "You look like the motherfucker that would drink Ghost." And he had these ridiculous sneakers. And I only said 2 words to this guy ever, or said 2 things to him ever. He screwed something up, and I called him a prick. And then he got mad about it, bitched to the owners. Owners didn't do anything about me. And then I walked up to him and asked him if his shoes lit up. They did not light up. Can't confirm.
Wait, so what kind of shoes were these?
I don't know. Some sort of, I don't know.
What did they look like?
Go to Foot Locker and put exposure up to like 100 and find the shoes that stick out the most. That's what he bought.
I have serious issues if he wore some Jordans to well, they probably weren't like the Jordan.
No, they weren't Jordans. No,
they weren't the Jordans that like Raja Karuth would wear. I said under one of his Instagram posts, There's one post, he went to the function with just all white everything and some bright ass Jordans, and I said, "Man, your fit is a lot brighter than my future."
Speaking of girls not wanting to find your Instagram, there was an Instagram post of me and some girl, and it was both had white sneakers. I put it on Instagram. I said those shoes are brighter than my future.
Yeah.
And I accidentally posted it on the on what is now the Big Motor Small Blade Instagram, but was formerly known as whatever my Instagram handle was, and they're like, "What?" I'm like, whoops, wrong Instagram.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you got to find the right one because there's a lot of girls out there that think it's really cool to have dirty like white Nike Air Force Ones. And
my type of woman right there.
No. There's nothing cool about dirty Air Force Ones. Let me tell you.
Brittany Zamora likes dirty Air Force One, Seth.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I have no idea.
Dirty white Vans are okay. It's the dirty Air Force Ones. I mean, Nelly made a whole song about Air Force Ones, so you just can't have them. They got to be pearly white. Unlike my teeth.
I'm gonna get. Hey, look, we don't talk about teeth on this podcast. Me and Seth got some fucked up chompers.
Yeah, mine are yellow, and Buddy has sharp front teeth.
Yeah, damn Skippy, I do. Anyway, podcasting. Shit, I forgot what the hell I was gonna say. So yeah, you used to make stop motions. Why?
What? Oh, yes. Let me go back. So, and my parents thought it was a great idea for me to be on the internet unsupervised. Back in 2006, maybe 2007. And I found this one channel. It was a guy from Canada. His name was APTG95. His name might be really familiar because he was Alex Tracy Johnson in the Octagon Cup Series.
Did he make the what was it, Ice Bucket 500?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that was him. And I was so inspired by his video that I made. I think maybe a week later, I used the family camera and made a small track out of just whatever I could find at Michael's, and used one of my Dale Jr. amp COTs back when they were
a dime a dozen.
Yeah, they were a dime a dozen because you'd go to everywhere, Walmart, Kmart, Target, and they were all on the pegs because why not? And I got one of those, and I actually have that stop motion on YouTube. And it was like it was just that, and I started making more. Kind of dabbled into Lego stop motion too. I wasn't as good at that. I wasn't as creative with that, but I had a lot of creative freedom, and I was also on like NR 2003 a lot, so I would hear a lot of complaints about like ESPN, and I loved going on the J-Ski website way back in the day too. So that I think there might have been a function that was like a mailbag or something, and people would actually, funny story about J-Ski, I would maybe back when AOL was big, I would just bombard them with emails saying just, hey, do you remember if Michael Waltrip flipped 2002 at Texas? And that was before all this was on YouTube. And he sent me, I don't remember. And I gave him gave him ideas for what he should post on the Silly Season site, like I don't know, random drive. Matt Kobaluk. What's the deal with Matt Kobaluk? Mind you, I was like 10.
I need a 10-paragraph article about Matt Kobaluk on my desk Monday morning.
And and Jayski was like, I don't know what the rambling's about, but yeah. So long story short, all that led to my crazy ass stop motions that came out in 2009, and I was it was such a crazy time at that time, because that was around the time that I met Evan. He made a stop motion called the FedEx 150, and he also made some.
God, bringing back some memories. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. He made a stop motion called the FedEx 150. He also made a Martinsville stop motion and something else I forgot. And like I said, I was good friends with Alex, APTG 95. Xander Clements from Kart Chaser.
Yeah.
He was also a good buddy of mine. We'll get more into that later.
Yeah.
And he did some commentary for me as well. One of my
Didn't you all have like a collective like channel at one point?
I was not invited to that, which made me very salty, but
What?
yeah, it was ACXSMS.
That's right. Why were you invited?
I don't know. I guess they thought I was too big or something, and
way to stay humble there, Paul.
I guess I just wasn't invited, so I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty cringe at the time anyway. So,
dude, you were always entertaining as all hell.
But no, I feel like I was on YouTube way too early. I feel like if I would have waited maybe 2015, it would have been better. But nah. So actually, funny story. So my first big, I guess, big stop motion was the Pro Paint 400. The reason why they got so popular, at least from my knowledge, was the fact that I was able to make the thumbnail really good. And this was before you could change the thumbnails on YouTube. It like
Take notes, Seth.
if the thumbnail was paused on a certain thing, like a certain frame,
yeah,
and it was a really good one, then you struck gold. Because back then I think it was like Smosh that was popular.
Yeah.
And you had to be a YouTube partner, and it was really hard to be a YouTube partner back then. But yeah, it was crazy times back then.
All right, now elephant in the room. We all know your famous commentary behind all of this. Your Dr. Jerry Punch impressions. Why and where and who and how?
Dr. Jerry Punch came to light, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Like, thinking about it now, I kind of just like cringe at the fact, because I'll be honest, Dr. Jerry Punch is incredibly iconic. He is one of the most respected motorsports journalists out there. And I don't know, I just thought it was funny way back when, and I kind of got at this when I was reading all the J Ski I guess mailbag or whatever.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was funny when the second half of the season, well, when the season was cut in threes because
they took over at like the Brickyard or something.
Yeah, they took over. So it was the third wave of the season, and ESPN took over, and I just thought it was really funny that he had 3 guys with thick Southern drawls all commentating on ESPN. So it was Andy Petrie, Dale Jarrett, Dr. Jerry Punch, and it was just funny to me. And I don't know. I did not get drunk as a kid, but the amount of Mountain Dew that I drank way back when, it was astonishing. That's probably why my teeth are as fucked up as they are, because of all the Mountain Dew I drank. So yeah, ESPN, NASCAR. It wasn't well liked at the time.
No, it wasn't.
But it's reached that it's reached that, I guess, Renaissance era where people are remembering just how decent it actually was. And I feel like people do the same now with NBC. And it's funny, on the 10-year anniversary of that Propane 400 2019, me and Elijah Burke from RFK Racing, we made fun of NBC. So if I was to make fun of NBC, I could do it. I could probably do it, but I wouldn't be Rick Allen. I don't think I'm good at that. But Dale Earnhardt Jr. as much as I hate to, because I know he would not appreciate me making fun of his commentary. But if I had to say, I'd be like, oh, we got a car in the wall. Christopher Buescher, he's hit the wall over there in turns 3 and 4. He's
I feel like Dale's got a decent sense of humor. I think he'd think it's funny.
Seth,
yeah, maybe.
Seth does a Dale Jr. It's not good, but it's
Knobs are magic.
Oh, what the fuck does Kyle Petty got to do with this?
What the fuck does Kyle Petty got to do with this?
Yours is really good. Holy
Slide job.
Slide job.
Oh my god.
That is a really good one. That's 10 out of 10.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's hard to hear over these giant ass ballers, but
if I gave you some phrases, could you say them in your Jerry Punch impersonation?
Well, the thing is when I made that video, and for the kids listening, I'm sorry, but when I made those Propane 400 videos, I was 13 at the time, so my balls hadn't dropped, and I don't think I can make that voice again. But we can try.
All right, let's give it a shot. Seth, you might recognize some of these phrases.
Oh no.
Hold on. So I have a list in my phone of random isms and phrases that we say on road trips and shit. A lot of them are funny. All right. Hard lick for Jeff Gordon, comma, I'd lick Jeff Gordon.
Oh, that's a hard lick for Jeff Gordon. I'd lick Jeff Gordon too. You know, it was funny. I remember vividly a comment on YouTube that said, "Leave the Southern drawl for Southern people." And I responded, I was like, I'm not making fun of Southern people. I love the South. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go race. And he completely changed his mind. Okay.
Oh my god.
I probably should have gave him a sun drop, maybe.
Oh my god. All right. Here's another one. El Camino. It's Spanish for the Camino.
El Camino. It's Spanish for the Camino.
That sounds like a Dale Jr.ism.
That does sound like a Dale Jr.ism. All right, Seth, I'll give you one for your Dale Jr.
Oh, it's gonna be something I said, isn't it?
We might have to cut this one out. You dictate this. I call my dick COVID because it killed your grandma.
I call my dick COVID because it killed your grandma.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
that might have been fucked up. Sorry, that was the first one I saw. Anyway, all right, back to the show. Back to the show. Anyway, that's a nice shirt you're wearing there, Paul.
Well,
but yeah, I guess some racing did happen over the weekend. I guess I'll talk about it. I don't know. Did either of you watch the Thanksgiving Classic at Southern National?
I forgot it was happening, so no.
I ate too much turkey. Way too much turkey.
All right.
I was probably knocked out.
We so Mom and I, we went down to Southern National. We actually saw do you know Spencer Gilmore?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I've raced him on NR 2003 many times, and he's a nice guy.
Do you know Jack Painter?
He races in a league, Solstice. I vividly remember we had this race called the it was basically a recreation of the UAW Ford 500, and he was the Bobby Labonte car. I was Michael Waltrip, and I turned myself across his bumper. It was that was bad.
Oh man, that's funny because I saw that both of them at the race, and I mentioned that you were coming on. They said to say hello. I went to high school with Jack.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, he was the only other NASCAR fan at my school. So,
I can't say. All I can say is in high school, the person that I was in high school at the same time with in St. Louis was Jason Tatum.
Who the hell is Jason Tatum?
He's a football player.
Oh, okay.
No, no.
Oh, wait. Basketball player.
He plays for the Celtics.
Okay.
I knew that.
He's a.
Who the fuck was I thinking of?
At least I admitted I didn't know. Seth tried to claim he knew and didn't.
No, so I hear that I listen to sports radio all the time, so that's where I would have heard the name and then forgotten he plays basketball.
Seth is the guy, unless it's racing or hockey, he's like, just go sports. Go team.
That's not true.
That's not true at all.
I know football.
Yeah. Anyway, Josh Berry won the Thanksgiving Classic, and Earnhardt owned number 3 won.
Yes.
Like, can we let that sink in?
Yes.
Can we let that sink in?
Yes.
Like, how fucking cool is that?
Yes.
How many times has that happened?
Outside of Dale Sr., probably.
Dale didn't own that car.
I mean, Dale Sr. won Busch races. Anyway, since Sr. died, and Earnhardt owned number 3, I believe is only one. This is now the third time.
Third time?
Yeah. So, I mean, in a Dale Earnhardt throwback, his last name wasn't Dylan, thank God. Like, I mean, this was probably this was like, I don't think I tried to appreciate it in the moment when we were at Florence watching Junior race. And then I really was like basking in it this weekend because I was like, this is like crazy. And Mom was thinking it too. Like, obviously she was a big Senior fan. She was like, I've never saw Dale Sr. race. And I just saw a 3-car painted up like Dale Sr. win. And it was insane. We got to go down there and take a picture with Josh by the trophy, and it was a good time. Like I said last week, we need to support our local short tracks, and I mean Southern National. That race is huge. Denny Hamlin used to be a track champion there. He watched him win that race about 15 years ago. It it's a great race, and if you're in this area, you need to go support that track and just there's a big old late model race. A lot of guys put 50 grand on the line to win, and Josh Berry won it, so that was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it would have that makes up for Jeffrey not winning at Talladega earlier this year.
Oh, don't get Seth started.
Yeah, that
Seth is a big Jeffrey Earnhardt fan.
That is one way of putting it.
Yeah.
It's not true, but it is one way of putting it. See, also, no, I'm with Paul
go ahead
here.
and explain it. Go ahead and explain it to him.
Okay, no, so Jeffrey Earnhardt cost Kyle Larson the 2018 Southern 500, and I have never forgotten it. And I will boo that man louder than anybody. Like, for a second at Florence, I thought he was getting introduced. Like, I saw some dude that I thought kind of looked like Jeffrey. You even looked over at me and said, I thought that was Jeffrey Earnhardt for a second.
Yeah.
We were 5 feet away from the stage. I was going to boo so loud that he was going to go over and kick my ass. But I'm kind of with Paul here on the Talladega thing, because we were right there at start finish. If he'd have won the race, he'd have gotten out, and I could have booed him. I'd have been the only person booing him. He would have noticed.
Oh man, what was funny is, so we go down to the boulevard that night, and Seth he pusses out and goes to bed, and no shit, me and Manny see Jeffrey Earnhardt on the boulevard later that night, and I was like, if only Seth had been here.
It always happens that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Thank God for Jeffrey.
It wouldn't have been much. I'd have just been like, thanks for costing me the 2018 Southern 500, dumbass.
Yeah. Paul, you told me a story about Josh Berry.
Oh yeah.
We need the world needs to hear that one.
Yeah. So 2011, I think that was the year.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I think
2011?
Yeah, 2011. I think that was the year that that Josh was recognized. He raced he raced some Legends cars, and he was in the back then iRacing called it the Drivers World Championship. Dale Jr. won the first race in that. Josh raced some races in it. And that I think that's correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's how they met, was through iRacing. And Josh ran a number 72 R&B, I think. Whatever the sponsor was, some installation.
Yeah, it was R&B.
Yeah.
Because they sponsored Olive Junior's late models back in the
day. Yeah, it was that car. And me being silly, like, I just added as many people as I could on Facebook at that time, and he was one of them. It's actually really funny. A lot of my friends racing, well, friends, I mean, they either raced or still race in that series, which is pretty cool. I wish I had that much talent, but long story short, we're all on TeamSpeak. I think it was either TeamSpeak or Skype, and I was like, hey, I got a great idea. Let's prank call Josh Berry because he had his phone number on Facebook, and
what?
Yeah, that was,
what the fuck?
It was 2011. He had his phone number on Facebook.
I guess that's on brand.
Everyone did way back then, but
I think mine's still on there.
Yeah, I took mine off. I had some random number from Alabama texting me saying Big Belly Jack needs some favors, and I'm like,
it's Josh Berry.
Yeah, it's probably Josh Berry. He's come back to haunt me. But yeah, so we're like, hey, you've done a good job at Junior Motorsports, but we're gonna have to let you go. And he's like, really? Basically told us to go go screw ourselves, and he mentioned that we called from a private number, so he really knew it was
The old Star 67.
All Star 67. It was so stupid. I mean, needless to say, I think he either deleted that Facebook but yeah.
Yeah, I think it might be. I think it's the same Facebook because my mom's still friends with him. He
Oh,
might have just deleted you.
I think he deleted me then.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. It was funny at that time because
where do you get the balls to call a guy?
I was an unhinged 13, 14-year-old that needed more parental supervision, in all honesty.
Hey, no, if Garage Guy Chase texted me right now and said, "Here's Jeffrey Earnhardt's number," I'd fucking call it right now.
Wow, you just outed, and you just outed that, and then just torpedoed that idea of ever happening.
I mean, it wasn't ever going to happen anyway.
This reminds me, holy shit. So you guys remember Tina Gordon?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, all right. So this is hilarious. I had forgotten this happened. It was in the back of my memory bank, just deep underneath a pile of shit. So it's funny you mentioned you prank called Josh Berry. So my mom and her best friend, for whatever reason, I think the statute of limitations is up on this. I'm going to talk about it.
How many years ago?
This was how old are you, Seth?
Okay.
No. So anyway, this is probably like 2004. And so my mom and her best friend liked Tina Gordon because it was like the only girl driver at the time.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Don't disrespect Kim Crosby like that.
Oh yeah. What? Hold on. There's another. I'll remember that. Who's the one that flipped at Kansas in the 0-2?
Oh, that was Kelly Sutton.
All right. So she was one of three.
Oh man, Shauna Robinson.
Shit.
Yeah.
She was one of four.
All
right. Yeah. All right. So she was. I think they liked her because she had a damn commercial promoting sticks and stuff. And she went on there, go to Sticks and stuff. Anyway, so my mom liked Tina Gordon and her best friend liked Tina Gordon. Somehow they found Tina Gordon's sister's phone number. Her name, never get this, her sister's name's Rena. So it's Tina and Rena Gordon. And my mom calls, I don't know if it was my mom or a friend, calls Rena Gordon at like 10 o'clock at night, asking for some random person. I'm pretty sure she used like my sister's name or some shit. And she's like, no, she's not here. And they're like, oh, okay. And hung up.
Oh my gosh.
So you think you were an unhinged 13, 14-year-old? My mom and her best friend were some unhinged 40-something-year-olds, apparently.
Yeah, no. Let's see. Only phone numbers I have that I would not call right now. Let's see. I would not call Raja Caruth right now. And
we saw Raja Caruth at Florence.
Yeah. Confirmed.
He mentioned us.
Confirmed. There are 2 drivers that watched my videos as kids. Raja's one of them.
Raja was in them.
Yeah, Raja was in them. Yes. And Carson Hocevar.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I saw a tweet about that.
I was shocked. I was shocked.
Wait, you tweeted about it?
Yeah, he tweeted about it.
The fuck?
I don't remember what he said. I remember what he.
Well, someone brought up an old comment that Carson left on Eric. I can never say E-Step, one of his videos. And it was like, didn't do good this race, but we'll finish good next race or something like that. Because it was back when
he was in his signups.
Yeah, he was in his signups, and Carson made stop motions himself. And
development.
apparently it was called the Subway Cup Series. That was Carson Hocevar's
I feel like I remember that. Oh wait, side note. I wonder if Carson Hocevar was the person who kicked me out of Danica Patrick's car in Eric Estep series, because Eric Estep replaced me in his damn sign up series for someone else. I wonder if it was Carson Hocevar.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I tweeted out, I was like, yeah, he doesn't remember Lego NASCAR 88 fan, Octon Cup Series, or my YouTube channel. And he said, I do actually. My favorite was the one where the driver goes from trucks to cup. And I don't have
Oh, that's right.
I don't have any more of those videos anymore. I cannot. I had a flash drive. If you really want to go on a time hop, it was little NASCAR flash drives they sold at Circuit City. It was like Dale Earnhardt. It was Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s amp car that you.
What a sentence.
It was a flash drive, and I had that, and that's where I had all of my videos, and I only have like a few. So that sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, Carson Hocevar, I should try to find him. If I do, I'll give him the original Lego man from the video.
That needs to be okay. So that needs to be what we do in Gateway. We need
Yes.
that needs to be content, or when you come to Charlotte, we'll do it or Charlotte, because you're coming to Charlotte. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We need to make content about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta definitely, but before I do that, I'm gonna try to get a really, really flamboyant hat to wear, because his hat game's way too strong.
I got a hot pink Talladega 500 hat I can loan you.
Yeah.
From like 1992.
I really want his Waffle House hat. I could go for some Waffle House right now.
I saw that hat at Walmart. I'm pretty sure.
Walmart?
Like years ago. He's had that thing for a while.
I hope it doesn't stink.
Dude, I hope it was worn by a Waffle House employee that smoked cigarettes outside and made you a damn good waffle.
No, it's good if the waiters outside, or not waiter, cooks outside smoking cigarettes, sees you pulling up, says shit, and then just walks back
in. Oh, dude, so this quick story, we're bullshitting, whatever. I harassed the Waffle House employee. He asked me how I wanted my eggs. I was like, I want them incubated, hatched, then put in a blender.
And what did you get?
Funny.
What did you get?
He looked at me and turned around and walked away and brought me some scrambled eggs.
Okay, that's what I figured you'd do.
Yeah. Anyway, that wasn't as funny as I thought it would be.
Is that a true story?
That's a true story.
Why?
We just got done ice skating. It was me, my buddy Josh, Manny, and some other guy, Nick, my buddy Nick. And that dude, we were just geeking one night because that's what we did. And it was back before you needed weed to be high, and like we were just losing our mind. That man would not take Manny's order.
Why?
I don't know. We'd say some dumb shit and he'd just turn around and walk away.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Yeah, it was our fault. Anyway, yes, truck to cup. I did want to ask you about that because we need to find that flash drive.
It's either in a landfill somewhere,
or find it. We get shit done on this podcast.
Yeah, no, I don't know. That was a fun little series I did with he's on the David Starr podcast now.
Dominic Aragon.
Dominic. Yeah. He was the voice of Uncle Dave, and yeah.
Oh, man, let's bring it back.
This
I remember I was in Me and my buddy, we camped out in his backyard in middle school. He knew nothing about NASCAR, had no interest in it. We watched Truck to Cup, and he was like, every week he'd be like, "Put out a new video yet?" I'd be like,
"You're kidding.
You're not even kidding. Shitting. I'm not even shitting you, dude."
Oh my gosh.
He was driving the number at 98 Thornapple Berry.
Thornapple Valley. Yeah, the Greg Sachs car.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, that was like one of the great. Who is? Can we prank call this girl that made you delete all these damn YouTube videos?
No, but you could. No, never mind.
We'll talk about that off the pod.
Yeah, we'll talk about that off the podcast.